Think about the most unforgettable characters in fiction. Who comes to mind? Maybe a vigilante in the shadows, a detective with a dark past, or a teacher-turned-meth kingpin. These aren't your typical heroes. They break rules, make selfish choices, and sometimes hurt people. Yet we root for them. Why? Welcome to the world of the anti-hero, characters who blur the line between good and bad. They challenge our ideas of right and wrong, forcing us to question our own morals. We're drawn to their complexity and raw humanity. They're not born with superpowers or a perfect sense of justice. They're ordinary people in extraordinary situations. Their motivations, anger, fear, ego, desperation, are deeply relatable, even if their actions aren't. We watch them walk a tightrope, never sure if they'll fall. Anti-heroes reflect a world that isn't black and white. They show us that good intentions can have terrible consequences, and sometimes survival means breaking the rules. In a world full of perfect heroes, the anti-hero feels real. We follow their stories not just for the thrill, but to understand the choices they make. They're a mirror, showing us the complicated parts of ourselves. And that's why, even when they cross the line, we can't look away. The anti-hero is the character we love to root for, even when we know we shouldn't. So what is an anti-hero? Simply put, they're the main character who lacks classic heroic qualities. Unlike Superman, who's selfless and unwavering, the anti-hero operates in a moral gray zone. They might fight for a cause we agree with, but their methods are questionable, lying, cheating, even killing. Their motivations are often selfish, revenge, greed, or just survival. They're not out to save the world, just themselves. But don't confuse them with villains. Villains want chaos or destruction. Anti-heroes are the flawed protagonists we follow. The story is told through their eyes, making it hard to label them as simply bad. We see their fears, their justifications, and their humanity. We may not agree with their choices, but we understand them. This creates a tension. Can we root for someone who does bad things for understandable reasons? That's the central question anti-heroes force us to confront. They make us question our own morality as we watch them cross lines. The anti-hero isn't a role model, they're a challenge. They're the character who makes us ask, what would I do in their place? And that's what makes their stories so compelling. We're not just watching, we're reflecting. Why do we love anti-heroes? Because they're relatable. None of us are perfect, and neither are they. Classic heroes can feel distant, but anti-heroes show their flaws and struggles openly. They act on impulses we suppress, breaking rules and challenging authority. Watching them is a safe way to explore our own frustrations and desires. Their unpredictability keeps us hooked. Will they do the right thing, or the selfish one? Anti-heroes make stories exciting because their choices aren't guaranteed. They feel real, messy, and human, just like us. Their flaws make them authentic, not idealized, and that authenticity is what we crave in the stories we love. Modern storytelling is packed with iconic anti-heroes. Tony Soprano, a loving father and ruthless mob boss, full of contradictions. Frank Castle, the Punisher driven by vengeance. He delivers brutal justice where the system fails. Light Yagami from Death Note, a genius who starts with good intentions but becomes corrupted by power. Walter White from Breaking Bad, a desperate teacher who transforms into a drug kingpin. Each of these characters forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. We see their humanity, even as they descend into darkness. Their journeys are cautionary tales and thrill rides rolled into one. We're fascinated by their choices, horrified by their actions, and captivated by their complexity. They show us how easily good intentions can spiral out of control. We can't look away as they walk the line between hero and villain. These anti-heroes linger in our minds long after their stories end. They're unforgettable because they're so real, and that's why we keep coming back for more. In the end, anti-heroes resonate because they feel closer to real life than flawless heroes ever could. The world isn't simple, and neither are we. Anti-heroes embody the struggle between right and wrong that we all face. They're not ideals, they're reflections of our own complexity. Their stories make us question our choices, our limits, and our morals. They don't offer easy answers, but they do spark real conversations. We see ourselves in their dilemmas, magnified on screen. So next time you root for a rule breaker, remember you're connecting with the messy, flawed humanity we all share. In a world of perfect heroes, it's the anti-heroes who feel most alive. And maybe that's why we love them, even as they dance on the edge.